Hey everybody, it's Complacent Badger with Sierra Kilo.
Greetings!
I was lazy and didn't want to record late at night when playing this game, so I decided that we were just going to do a recap. We never get to talk shit about how I play, so I figured we'd give everybody a chance.
That's great. I don't know what the results are, but you do. So now it's going to be a great surprise for me.
Yeah, and it'll be nice to actually look back at a game, because I don't really watch my games on YouTube all that often. I may put it on for somebody else while I go do something in another room, but I tend not to watch my own games. Not because I'm afraid of fucking seeing how bad I do. It's just I don't really. I've played so much Blood Bowl that there's really no point. But it'll be nice to see it from a commentator's angle.
Yeah. Being able to know the end results and kind of be able to say, well, what if I hadn't fucked that up, or if I had done this?
Yep. So it's going to be Goblins against Kohrne Daemons. Now, this is a team that I hate playing against, mostly when I am Goblins, because it's really hard to use that frenzy against the player when you're strength 2 throughout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually against a team like this, I try my best to just mess with them and do everything I can to make them do stupid decisions. And it's very, very difficult when you're strength 2.
Yeah, I mean, really, the thing that you're hoping on, I assume, is that your secret weapons are going to hit big in the first drive, create as many situations where he's got to dodge.
So, bad kick. It was only a scatter of 5 spaces, and it landed out without bouncing. So that means that his kick position was relatively bad.
Yeah. To start with, so that's good.
So
well, now you have 7 rerolls, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He also got 1 though, so it's even.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah, get that Dr. Stickman downfield.
Just cheeky play from the Goblins.
So Fnatic rolling forwards, fucking putting it in, getting a stun right off the bat, pretty strong.
Perfect.
I'm feeling a little crazy, so do a couple going for it, see if I can do anything. Get that last one on a 2, because I'm crazy.
That's perfect.
Not getting stupid here with orderly grunk, just kind of pushing dudes around, no big deal. Alright, getting set up right here with a couple choices. I've got one guy, agility 4, holding the ball. He can go where he wants. I got a receptor right there. I've also got my other agility 4 right there with catch. You know, if I want to put him downfield for a catch, or if I want to throw, I've got a lot of choices here. Alright, getting a +1 on the foul. So it's actually a +4 because of the chainsaw, and then stunning the same guy. Ashy Pete, as is tradition, blowing himself up.
That's perfect.
So this is where I would say that this was a huge mistake on the Kohrne Daemons part, if this is the part where I think it is.
Yeah.
Note Dr. Stickman. And maybe this is not the right turn. But...
Dodge, no big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, sidestep. What do you know about sidestep? Just push me further down the field.
So... a huge point in this game that you'll notice is that he picked block on his Kohrne Heralds instead of getting something like tackle. Which these guys are going to be generally blitzers, so you're going to want to hit guys that are going to be ball carriers or things like that have dodge.
By this point are going to have dodge.
Yep. So him picking up block is going to be twofold. I didn't realize it until after the game, after I was thinking about it. But I don't think he has it set up in his settings to ask him to use Juggernaut. So he went for a dodge roll into what looks like 3 tackle zones and failed it with a stun. That's just not understanding dodge rolls.
But that's fine. At this point, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Why just give me a player? You know what I mean? Why just give me a stun? Just put a guy near me. I'm strength.
I mean, it's something that we talk about so often that I no longer feel sorry for people for doing it.
So 4 guys on Dr. Stickman right now. Really stupid, kind of upsetting, but not really game breaking.
But I mean, he wild animaled, so it's tit for tat.
Yeah.
you know. Well, maybe if Dr. Stickman was a receiver instead of a receptor, he wouldn't be.
There you go.
Paying so much attention.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. You hateful bitch. He's very receptive to receiving. All right.
Right. Right. I wanted to. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I knew, and
Yep.
you know, I didn't miss that. I was just waiting for an opportune moment.
Nice, nice, very nice. So Dr. Stickman getting the hell out of Dodge. Pushing him around, getting the +3, so it's actually a +6 to the pen, and was able to get a KO on that one. So Surgeon Jitter's 2 fouls, both of them meeting their mark. The second one actually getting the guy off the pitch.
That's great, and he gets to stay.
Yep. I wish Zeus would be quiet.
I could see that as being a thing. I got yelled at by my neighbors in a note for apparently being too loud and listening to French news and on the radio in my bedroom all night, like until 5 a.m.
Did you in fact do that?
No.
Oh.
I don't. I actually have a VPN and pretty much exclusively watch US TV
right here
in my living room.
3 dice initially gets 2 defender stumbles and a push because of dodge, is able to get the way. He actually rolls a defender down on the next one, so he's actually able to get my guy out. But at the same time, that tackle would have been pretty nice.
Right.
Going into a frenzy against me and letting me pick my dice against my Fanatic, so just kind of smash his dick off. I guess trying to get for that block, just in case it happens, since Fnatic doesn't have block. I guess it's worth the risk, since that Fnatic's just...
I mean, if that's the end of your turn, and you look at it and say, you know what, the only way that I'm not gonna give that Fnatic is, you know, 11 people. Like, how many people did it take to kill him? You know what I mean? So, what's the best chance is, I mean, what if I roll two defender downs?
Yep.
I mean, it's a valid strategy. It's risky as hell, but if you don't really mind, you don't really mind. So
I opted to actually something that I hate doing, and it's actually lose field position. I felt like he had too much pressure on me. So
right, and it's still really early in the turn. And,
yeah.
You know, better to set up than to lose the ball.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was looking at. I didn't want him to be able to take it back because I didn't have any safety or field position to make the difference. So, get ejected. Rolled two 1s on that pen, by the way. So Bloodthirster going after Dr. Stickman, dodging away, and 3 more dice, and all the pushing. It's really scary when you're a goblin on a pogo stick facing a Bloodthirster.
Right, because you can finally see him eye to eye.
Mm-hmm. And you can see the hate seething.
So here's something to note, that not putting all those guys on him doesn't help at all.
Well, it helps not being able to receive.
Well, that would have been a... Do they get assists for...
It's a -1 modifier for every tackle zone you're in when catching. So
but he's going to have 1 player for the intercept. I would have put that guy maybe behind him for when he did have to dodge. There it goes.
So it actually takes my Fanatic away by putting 5 guys on him and applying a both down.
Nice.
Setting up now 6 guys on Dr. Stickman.
Right.
That is a lot of field presence on 1 player. And then going into a dodge, which I think it was a -4, and just rolled a 1 anyways. Okay, so tried to go for he failed the really stupid. I re-rolled that, Loner didn't fuck me. Then he failed on a 2+. He rolled a 1 to eat the goblin. The goblin actually struggled, got away. So that was really bad.
Right. And that's always, the goblin will always lose a ball when jumping down from, well, whether or not he's, if he's,
it's only if he fails the landing.
Right. Oh, so he has to roll for the landing?
Yeah, if he's getting dropped, if he's struggling away from the troll, he still has to land.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know if there was a roll for that or if it was an automatic down.
Nope, he still has to struggle. I can double check.
Well, he always struggles, but I didn't know if he got free, then he was down, or if he got free and then had to roll to land.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. So now this is a really bad situation. He just got the fucking bounce into his hands and was able to actually pick it up despite the -2 modifier. So he's got a Kohrne Herald holding the ball with all of his players around it.
Good. That should go well for you.
Yeah. So it's kind of like my 1s versus his 6. But that's Blood Bowl.
But at least you'll be able to stand and punch against him.
Yep. So knocking out players because, you know, why would you stand to a troll? Try to smash his ball carrier 2 dice. Doesn't work. Boo. Hiss. So happy that I set that safety up back there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a huge deal. Just anything, just to slow him down from being just crazy offensive.
And now completely switching my game to stunty. Just getting out. Go, go. Everybody run. Hold the position. Don't let him move. So right now I don't feel that I'm in a terrible situation. I've got 2 marking him. The goblins are in a relative safe position. He has to use the ball carrier to actually hit him.
Right.
And he's having to go wide if he's wanting to get around my guys.
True. And it's turn 5, but everybody has got plenty of rerolls.
Yes. He's only used 1. I've used 2.
Right.
So knocking out my troll because, you know, why not? On 2 6s. And I'm debating on bringing him back because I know my position is not very good. Now that I've lost the troll, I should say. So this what I think was a critical error. Opted to just tackle with the ball carrier. What do you think about that?
I would have dodged away and gone wide right to the screen.
He still had a blitz available. He could have blitzed then walked away.
Yeah.
Actually goes to fail Dr. Stickman, or foul Dr. Stickman and fails at it.
Not moving the ball is...
to me, I thought that ended his... It really killed his chances of scoring by doing that instead of either blitzing or just dodging away.
Yep.
I mean, these goblins are pretty scary, but not that scary. Especially when you have more players than I do. So just trying to get out of there, and now I'm kind of putting the noose around the neck to keep him from getting more movement. And I second-guessed that, move him, because I'm like, hey, my best player, let's not put him in front of everybody.
I've done that too, where I was like, put this guy here, and then I was like, oh, that's that guy. Let's do something else, slightly less risky.
I was like, because I need somebody back there, but I don't know who it's going to be. And I was like, it's going to be this guy I just moved. So both down, push.
Not sure why he marked him and then
tackled him, despite him having horns. Because here's the thing, I don't think he pays attention to strength values. He doesn't pay attention to the fact that he's got horns, and he doesn't pay to make him strength 4 even against the strength 3 player. And then it's a strength 2 player.
Right.
I don't understand that either. Maybe it was a perfect position to cage. I don't really know. But
I mean, that might be it. I mean, that was just where he was going to cage anyways.
And if it failed, he had a guy there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like if that guy's going to go there anyways, put him there first. There's no risk in it. But.
It's just we know from the last game that I played against him at turn 14, he was like, "Oh, your guys are strength 2."
Right.
And it's kind of like, yeah, dude. Always afraid to make dodge rolls at points like this. Alright, so right now I was pretty confident that I wasn't going to be able to score, so I was going to move Dr. Stickman to be able to move Orderly Grunk, but failing those dodge rolls like a champ.
Yeah. Can't re-roll it. Re-roll.
So now he's got 2 turns to score. I'm feeling a little bit more confident about it, but at the same time I'm a little scared.
Yeah, he's definitely, he can... Yeah. I think he can do it.
Here's the big issue, is that his field position over here, putting his guys right there, is making it to where his player has to go even wider.
Yep, that was that last move was the wrong one.
And now, if I'm not mistaken, he has no chance of scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has to make 2 going for it to score. Alright,
that's
so...
if he gets this guy out of the way.
Yep. Putting me down, niggling injury, actually getting to the stun.
Uh-oh.
If it wasn't for the niggling injury, he would have stayed.
Yep.
So I start putting guys on his...
So that's all you have to do is get...
1 space.
In the way.
1 space. I have to make him spend 1 space. So go for it just to get better position, to make him have to go even wider, and almost failed it.
Yeah, that's it.
And then failing 2 dodge rolls into a knockout. 2 ones, by the way. So right now, I'm feeling pretty confident that even with a blitz, it's very unlikely that he's going to be able to make this. So, also after the blitz,
same
look at that.
Thing.
I used sidestep to block that. And look, there we go. Made him fail it. He had to use it on the dodge, and then wasn't able to use it on the go for it. Sidestep saved me on that one.
Perfect.
So, 2 secret weapons gone, 2 knockouts didn't come back, and I did get my troll knockout. So, kept it at 0-0. That touchdown was pretty close, but between the angle of the hit and he not looking, and he actually chose the sidestep character to go against instead of somebody who he could choose where to put him. That was probably a mistake.
But he had to go almost up the middle there, because otherwise he couldn't go too wide.
If he would have gone to the left player instead of the right player, I'm pretty sure the left player did not have sidestep.
Yep, you're right.
He could have put him where he wanted to and then not had to make a dodge roll and then just done 2 2+ with a reroll. But he wasn't watching those abilities. Get the ref right after I lose all my secret weapons.
Is that the second time that's happened now?
Second or third, yes. Where it's like, hey, they kicked off all the secret weapons. Kill that ref.
I'm so mad at him for doing that.
So has horns and elects to blitz a level 1 goblin with 0 player points. I don't know if he's just trying to get star player points, but with claw, the same odds to injure a troll.
Yes.
With horns, you're going to be at higher strength and get 2 dice. I guess maybe he's just wanting 3 dice against the goblin, but I don't know. I would have probably gone for the troll.
Having a big guy like that and not using it like a big guy to the maximum advantage it's a waste of money in team value.
Like, the difference would have been 1 die versus a level terrible goblin or a level 2 troll getting off the pitch, potentially.
Right.
So he's got the ball.
And we know from the game that you and I played that, those trolls, that strong arm was, that's what got me, and that's what I'd be afraid of now that you're on offense, is I would have just tried to murder a fucking troll.
Oh, nobody watches these reviews, so nobody knows that happened.
It's probably true.
So Troll's doing all of the nothing.
Well, it's slightly better than really stupid.
Yeah, slightly. At least they're being a presence.
Right?
All right.
I exist.
So went ahead and I was like, fuck it, 2 going for it. Force him to make him blitz my guy down here so that he can't get field position.
Yep.
It's like it's a level 0, or rather 0-star player points goblin. And I was like, I won't re-roll it if he fails it. So now he's in a situation where he's like, where do I go? So looks like he's going to take the bait. Takes the bait. Puts my guy down.
So I'm not sure what he's doing with his players. Like,
So
okay, good.
Puts me down. I don't really know why he put this one player there. He was already getting an assist from there, and he just throws this guy over there. I didn't understand that. It wasn't getting an assist or anything. I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking at what. So he's in a very standard cage.
Mm-hmm. With one extra guy off on the side.
Right. I mean, I would have put that guy maybe in front to keep you from coming forward, where he could move.
Oh, and he left a pretty big lane open for my troll as well.
Yeah.
This is where I start really kind of shuffling up my goblins over on this side and picking exactly which ones I want in the right places. Really stupid, coming at a great time. Defender down. So Mighty Blow on that Pit Fighter that he put there for no reason. So that actually is going to put Orderly Dum Dum at level 3.
That's what's up. Unless he claws his eye out next turn.
Very true. So right here, I know this looks really weird, but with Sidestep, I put where I want him, and then trick him into doing 1 die, which ended up going into a push.
Right.
And now I've got him where I have the advantage against him. I'm strength 4 versus his strength 3 unless he puts somebody down here. And that's what I was aiming for, putting that guy there, trying to kind of trap him.
I mean, and that's a standard frenzy trap, is put a guy directly behind him.
And because I'm goblins, I have to put another guy there.
Right.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was fun.
Claw stuns me because, you know, he clawed my eye out. So hit him, get Defender down. Good night, Sweet Prince. And
now you're covering that. Yep, that's perfect.
Set right back up. Exactly the same way. Let's see if we can get it to happen again. Gain of no yards. Troll going after him again. Push him back. And then get set up on him. Get him between 2 trolls. I want this guy to just play with my trolls.
Yeah. Keep him away from anything else.
Keep him away from everything important. The trolls aren't really doing much otherwise, so I think I can just hold him. Really what I'm going for is a 0-0 tie.
Right.
I've got this guy back here when he is forced to make the choice, to make the risk to get the touchdown so that I could potentially get a turn 16, 15 touchdown.
I mean, you are surrounding his cage. He needs to move everybody up 1. At least.
Yep. So I've got this guy. I've got this guy in a really shitty situation where he's got 2 dice my choice, and then look, trap goes off again. Without a hitch. So it gets that 1 space. Okay, I'll give you 1 space.
Right. So now if you want to tackle that guy, you need to tackle with the guy to the top left because
this guy, and I'll still get my strength 4 against him.
Still get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the important thing to note is choosing which guys, because the guy marking that player takes away his assist. So the only way to get that 2 die is to tackle with the guy who would have lost an assist.
Yep. So going 1 die tackles against my troll and actually getting a knockout. 2 1-die blocks. Right over here, using the sidestep to get him set up for another one. So hit this guy, put him down. Goblin's actually being really vicious this game.
Well, when you're using them in tiny packs like that, it's perfect. He doesn't have anybody, he's not freeing anybody up. He's so worried about staying in that cage that he locked himself in there.
Yep, and whittling it down to where I can start just pulling players off that cage until I can find an opening. Because right now, it used to be a cage with 2 extra guys, and now it's a cage.
Yeah.
Get that catcher in there to get it set up for the tackle.
That was necessary to get the 2.
Another guy down.
And he's against the sideline.
Yep. Another player down. So arguably hitting harder than him right now.
Yeah.
Getting a foul in there because I had that bribe, knock him out. So this one, because I couldn't get the perfect setup with this guy being here, I can still set him up to get him on the sideline.
Right.
Moves back, though, because he blitzed, so I was pretty mad about that one. Goes down here. And this is where I was like, okay, here's my chance.
Now you need to do something.
Because he started feeling that timer coming down, so he went down here, and this is where I was like, okay, as long as I don't get killed by a roll, this is my chance to get the ball. Because now he's got, really, other than just marking me, he's got no defense against this player. Finally, the 1-die block puts him down.
It'll do it eventually every time.
So, now he has everybody marked down here that's going to be able to help. And now I'm really debating on what order I want to do things. Trying to just move this troll down here.
So the guy top left of your orc blitzes. Oh, I see. You have the ability to do that. That's stunty. Because I would have had. I'm still thinking like me. I would have blitzed him from the top. I'm
also strength 2. I got to get those assists.
Yeah, but that would have been a 2 die, and then you could have tackled with the guy. You could have brought those 2 guys down and then tackled with the guy against the sideline.
He was getting a negative because of these assists. This guy would have not been able to do a good job.
He would have been able to tackle, though.
Well, it worked the way it got it. Not only did
That was actually better because you got the guy out.
Yeah.
And the ball away. So.
Ball lands.
Not being able to point at the guys that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Difficult to.
So failed the pickup on a 1.
But now the ball's way far back, anyways.
Mm-hmm. And this was a situation where I was like, of course I failed the pickup because now it bounced right to his guy, and now it's going to be. It goes right back to being a really shitty situation.
Right.
Gets the pickup, and then gets greedy and goes for the pass.
No bueno.
All of these 6s. And even if he would have gotten the ball, I would have just sent all these guys to just blitz him.
Right. Oh, that's the perfect time for that to work.
Yep, with a stun, so good to go on that.
Having your agility 4 goblin down there marked, but that dodge is, almost automatic.
That's 2 2 pluses if I don't go into an area. So now I'm just trying to get set up so I have multiple people, so it's going to stretch him out a little bit more on who he's marking.
Because you have the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Which is odd. Plus, these guys over here are almost completely useless for this situation.
Yep.
So he's really got him, who's marked as well, and then these two guys. These are his 3 big players right now. So 3 dice, doesn't get anything useful, doesn't get anything useful.
Just makes you want to drown kittens.
There's only one result that works. He doesn't have blocker. I mean, he has Juggernaut, so...
He didn't get it out of 6 dice.
I mean, it's just odds to get it one time. It was just slightly under odds, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even if you put him down, like... Why not, like...
Exactly. Does nothing.
Yeah.
To stop the march.
Okay.
So you're going to have to fancy, based on number of turns and movement allowances, we're going to have to see something other than just walking it down, right?
Yep. So playing a very aggressive game with these goblins. I've got the numbers, so I can start rolling.
Yeah. Well, because none of his guys have support. It's all one guy.
Mm-hmm. Handoff. So I use my handoff for the turn. Pass.
Mostly because you don't respect him.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it when I do that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was dirty and probably, I mean, none of those rolls were worse than a 4. So it wasn't completely unrealistic, and a lot of those rolls were like...
I mean, that wasn't, not bullshit in any way, shape, or form, but just spread all over the field, not enough support, and anytime that goblins are tackling the shit out of you, I mean, that's the end of the world.
So, well, I know he's got... 2 turns to just beat the shit out of me, so I just kind of put goblins. Because I know that's the goal.
Right.
And what I thought was odd was that he had the receiving turn, and with that to move all his guys 1 space, he moved all his guys off the line instead of going after my goblins and then getting the assist against my troll.
Yeah.
And then just went and blitzed the guy on the line. I was like, why? Why wouldn't you get the free hits?
I would have, first off, taken the free hits, and then, I mean, I want that demon hitting the fuck out of that.
It just it blew my mind that he wasn't. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to mitigate that he forgot that he had a turn, or rather his last turn, I should say. I don't know why I said 2 turns, but that was it.
Hey. Awesome! Congratulations, climbing the fucking ladder.
Yeah, I think that was the big one. Is that one, AJ? If you're listening, and if not, I'll get you. You need to go into your settings and apply Juggernaut. Well, if it'll ask, because. I didn't get a chance to see it when it was happening during the game the second time, but I remember thinking after the game, right after it happened, that you had situations where with the character with block and Juggernaut, you blitzed and applied both down on my player who didn't have block. And it used the Juggernaut rule to push me instead of using the block.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to go into settings if you're going to use Juggernaut and block at the same time, to go into the settings for it to ask you to use Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I think it may ask before you roll the dice, so it's kind of I don't know.
Yeah, that's something you didn't have to fuck around with just to get a feel for.
But another reason why I don't like Juggernaut and block. Yep.
Just add it to the list.
Yeah.
All right.
Get tackle.
Yeah. What a game! So that's your 3rd win.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
I'm 3-3-3 right now.
And you're playing Sunday Speedwalkers next week.
Yep. I'm gonna try probably to play today. I was supposed to play last night, but I got busy.
Yeah. So that'll be good. Because You've played her already, but you lost 0-1?
I think it was a tie, 1-1.
Oh, it was 1-1 tie. So, so that'll be good. Climbing the ladder. I think that now that you got some skills on your players, you're doing a little bit better. I think that AJ, you know, still making kind of those mistakes that are costing him wins. I think.
Yeah.
Because he's floating down toward the bottom now, I think.
Yeah, he's second to last in the rankings. I think he's 7th right now.
7th, which means that this puts you at 6, so you swapped.
Yes.
All right, so...
and look, I took a relative beating. I mean, 3 KOs sustained, 6 KOs sustained. I didn't take any casualties, but he took 1, so...
Yeah.
A lot of KOs.
Yeah. But you have the players to do that, so, I mean, you play expecting to lose players, and, I mean, that was awesome. I think that he misused a lot of his, well, he tricked him twice into the sidestep trap.
And it could have been so much worse.
Throwing a lot of dice at players with dodge. What else did he do? I mean, 3 dice against a guy with dodge and sidestep versus hitting a troll that you're getting 2 dice on that doesn't. I mean, the chances of you doing something is way better with 2 dice.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're going to be blitzing, using that juggernaut that he comes standard with to, you know, just turn both downs into pushes to get a second attempt at it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have, I mean, for as much money as he spent, as excited he was about that guy, just not getting his money's worth.
Yep.
Cut that guy's salary, did shit, did nothing today.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate big guys the more I play Blood Bowl, and probably for now on, unless I'm playing Goblin or Halflings, I'm probably not going to pick up big guys anymore.
Have I converted you?
I think my campaign with Chaos has converted me. My Minotaur is rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was like, big man, big man, big man. I was like, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to waste my money on that.
I mean, on the tangent, I do think that if you just take the Yeti and then just don't use him, that disturbing presence is worth the money.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something that I've been thinking about, and just sitting him there.
Yep.
Just fucking big, stinky, ugly. Well, he's not stinky because it's cold, right?
Yeah, it's really cold. But you can make him stinky. It doesn't matter. You can just call him Big Stinky.
It's true. I would probably have to call him. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's it for the game.
Hey.
And we will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.
Later.